there are some who might argue that water is the new oil in Texas. Droughts have become more frequent, cities are sprawling, and demand is increasing. So for San Antonio specifically, where does our water come from?
Yeah, short answer, not just the Edwards Aquifer. For this, KSAT Explains Justin Horn shows us where the water you drink comes from and whether there's concern about future supply.
More of us than not will sit on the drier side.
This is the driest year to date we've ever seen.
As meteorologists, we've had a whole lot of nothing to talk about this year. And for a sprawling city that sits on the edge of a desert, that's not a good thing. A record drought has put strain on a now highly regulated aquifer. Years ago, this kind of situation may have been dire. But in a year that saw the aquifer dip all the way down to 630 feet, panic never set in.
Very simply, it's because we have adequate water supplies.
It's true, San Antonio had water to meet demands and then some. But where is it all coming from?
Every single water source in this area we're actively using.
15 different water projects from 9 different sources, according to SAWS. This chart shows what our sources were in 2021, just 1 year, but it gives a general idea of how our water situation breaks down. Keep in mind that the recycled water portion is only for businesses and industry, and not drinking water. You'll also notice that the Edwards Aquifer is still our leading source of water and often the cheapest. It's historically what San Antonio has always turned to.
Prior to 2000, that's right, we were exclusively dependent on the Edwards Aquifer, and for good reason. It was such an abundant supply, and wherever San Antonio grows, we could pretty much just drill a well and run a pipe, and we were there.
When the aquifer became regulated in 1996 to protect endangered species, it forced San Antonio water system to pivot when it comes to its water supply. For Chairman Robert Puente, in that short time, he feels San Antonio has become the best positioned city in the state when it comes to water.
I don't think it's hard to quantify. I think we are the best. And I don't say that with any humility. I say it as a fact.
I don't know of another city in the U.S. that has this diversified water portfolio.
Bold statements, but backed up by impressive facilities like the H2 Oaks plant in southern Bexar County.
They talk about the ABCs of water. Aquifer storage and recovery, we have the nation's largest. Brackish water, B, we have a plant here. C, conservation, best in the nation.
The A and B of that equation are found here at H2 Oaks. The Aquifer Storage and Recovery, known as ASR, is an underground water bubble that sits under this expanse of land and cows. Really, it's the Carrizo Aquifer with some extra room. That extra water is put in the bank for a rainy day, or in this case, a dry day. And because it's underground, it doesn't evaporate.
In these super duper dry years, our demand, people want to water their grass more because it's so darn dry. So we're able to use that water that we stored during years when it's really wet and distribute that water for people to irrigate their grass with.
Next to that is the desal plant. It draws from the Wilcox Aquifer, which sits below the Carrizo.
The desal water that we're using is water that nobody else is using in the area. It's too salty for people to use for drinking water down there. It's too salty for the agricultural community.
That once unusable water flows from wells into this building and undergoes a transformation.
Right now, we're in the heart of the desalination plant, and it's loud in here. The reason it's so loud is that it takes a lot of energy from water pumps to push the water through these membranes to get the salt out.
While desal water only accounts for a small portion of our water supply right now, there's room for more membranes like these to increase output in the future. And desal is poised to be one of our most resilient sources going forward. The water is treated to chemically match Edwards Aquifer water. It's the same for local Carrizo water too, yet another source harvested on the Twin Oaks property. It runs through aerators like this one to get rid of iron.
This is the last stop for water here at this plant. It takes big pumps like this one to send the water north and west to San Antonio. They average anywhere from 10 to 50 million gallons per day.
Meantime, on the other side of Bexar County sits the SAWS Aqua Vista station, serving the city's north side. This site is where the Vista Ridge pipeline ends. If that sounds familiar, it's because the 142-mile pipeline, which brings water from Milam County to San Antonio, was mired in controversy several years ago. And it remains SAWS' most controversial water source. The project took years to plan, construct, and get online.
It's a generational type of project. It is the largest water P3 project in the nation.
P3 meaning private sector, which SAWS worked with to get it done. The private companies took on the risk by building the infrastructure, while Saws just accepts the water to the tune of up to 45 million gallons a day. Not all agree it was a success, though.
The Vista Ridge pipeline was just a huge boondoggle that was put over on the citizens of San Antonio.
Critics like Alan Montemayor say it wasn't worth the $900 million price tag. And the idea of taking water from others is a risky proposition.
It saddled the citizens of San Antonio with almost $3 billion of debt that we will be forced to pay off for the next 30 years.
Saws admits it was expensive, but City Council approved the rate increases, and those rate increases are now complete.
Even though the aquifer dropped down to the point where we were right at 630, we should have been in stage 3 or stage 4. The fact that we have something like Vista Ridge coming into San Antonio is why we can say there's no reason for us to go to stage 3 or stage 4.
Montemayor argues it's too much water, and at the end of the day, it was a deal cut for water-hungry big businesses and not the citizens of San Antonio.
It's the individual homeowners and ratepayers that bear the brunt of that, not necessarily the businesses in San Antonio.
Vista Ridge it's closer to, the source is closer to Austin than San Antonio. We were willing to put our neck out and put our ratepayer money out there to get that water source.
Conservation is also an important factor in all of this. San Antonians, it seems, are now accustomed to doing their part. Some kind of water restrictions are nearly a mainstay, and drought-tolerant yards are more common than ever. So in the midst of news from places like water-starved Arizona and California, and after the drought that we saw this summer, San Antonio's diverse pie chart does provide a level of reassurance for the future.
If we do have a repeat of the drought of 1950s, we are ready for it.
For KSAT Explains, I'm meteorologist Justin Horn.
Now, to watch any of the KSAT Explained stories we have done, including this one, scan this QR code that will take you straight to the KSAT Explains webpage. Our stories here Mondays, right here at 6:30. We'll be right back. News around America now. Pfizer is looking for authorization for its updated COVID-19 vaccine for children under age 5. Not as a booster, though, but part of their initial shots. Children ages 6 months through 4 years are already able to get the 3 extra small doses of the original Pfizer COVID vaccine as their primary series. If the FDA agrees with this latest request, a dose of Pfizer's bivalent Omicron targeting vaccine would be substituted for that third shot. Pfizer and BioNTech say that may help prevent severe illness and hospitalization from COVID-19 in little children, as children's hospitals are already packed with kids being hit by other respiratory illnesses.
Meanwhile, the military COVID vaccine mandate will likely be coming to an end in the upcoming defense authorization bill. According to a source, Republicans have been lobbying to kill the mandate, saying it's discouraged people from going into military academies and removed people from service who didn't follow the requirement. The White House says it still supports the mandate, but is aware of the need for bipartisan support for the annual spending bill in Congress. The bill, expected to be unveiled this week, will likely be approved by Congress within the next 2 weeks.
Look outside with live cam. We talked a lot about gray earlier. Now I think we got a giveaway, right?
That's right, we do.
Right.
Oh, Myra, 'tis the season. It's the big annual thermometer ornament giveaway. 100% handmade, from blowing the glass to calibrating to even the woodwork on these babies. That's right. KSAT.com/thermometer to enter the drawing. Max Melendi of San Antonio, the winner of a homemade thermometer ornament for your tree. Again, KSAT.com/thermometer to enter the drawing. Right now, temperatures are right around 70 for most of us, give or take a few. Officially at the airport, we're at 72, but some 60s in the hill country. 65 shortly after midnight, and then that's where we'll be through tomorrow morning. Get ready for more fog. We'll talk about how thick it's going to be in just a bit.
Kicking off a new week, getting closer and closer to the holiday with some fog to settle in for a new week.
Is this just kind of, we're in this pattern where we're going to have this fog and gray?
Yes, we are. Okay. And it's that time of year where we get it. You know, quite often in the winter, it is meteorological winter. That starts December 1st. In the winter, we often get into these extended periods of overcast and even just low-level moisture and fog. So more fog developing tonight, dampness, drizzle as well. No good real rain chances. Yeah, some sprinkles in 1/100 of an inch or a few hundredths of an inch here and there. Yeah, but that's about it. And then feeling spring-like. Temperatures are going to be running above average with noticeable humidity, which is one reason we have the fog. So let's start off with temperatures and that overall trend. You know, today we had some 70s, even nearly 80 degrees. East of I-35, that's where we had some sunshine, but elsewhere in the hill country, for example, we didn't even get out of the 60s. Comfort right now, 66, Bandera at 64, meanwhile still 73 in Seguin and 71 Beeville. This is where we're close to 80 degrees earlier. I do think as we go through the evening, all of our temperatures will just be falling into the mid-60s, so really not moving at all west of town and in the hill country. Uvalde could make it to 59 tonight along with Rock Springs, but most of us low to mid-60s early tomorrow morning. Then by tomorrow afternoon, into the 70s. It's really going to be sunshine dependent. That's the thing. Just like today, because we had a quick hour and a half of direct sunshine, well, we made it into the low 70s. Otherwise, in San Antonio, we would have been in the 60s. But I do think we'll clear out again, especially south and east of San Antonio. So Pleasanton, Cotulla, Pearsall area, even Dilley, probably 80 degrees. Locally, I'm just going to keep us in the mid 70s, give or take a few. Again, very sunshine dependent, but we're thinking about 75 around most of San Antonio. Then the rest of this week, 70s. That's what we're looking at. The average high is 67, so obviously above average by even a good 10 degrees later this week. And a weak cold front is going to hit Friday morning. It'll affect our temperatures, but not very much. I mean, drop us into the low 70s probably by Friday and Saturday. So no big, real deal cold fronts anytime soon, at least not currently within the forecast. Big Blue H, it's parked just south of San Antonio. It's over the western Gulf and parts of northern Mexico. Big, broad, upper level high. This is that big ridge that likes to park right overhead in the summertime. It's just to the south of us, but still close enough to really influence our weather and prevent any good disturbances from dropping into Texas and giving us the lift that we need to develop some showers. It is helping a little bit in West Texas and North Texas. There's this narrow plume of clouds here. This is Pacific moisture with little bursts of energy embedded within it that's going to be streaming just to the north of us and really not helping us with rain chances, but could bring some rain to parts of North Texas and even West Texas this week. But around here, it's just small scale dampness is what we'll be dealing with off and on pretty much the rest of the week. Here's our visibility. Notice 8 o'clock, still okay, probably 7 miles or so. Once we get to midnight, that's when the thicker fog starts to settle in, and we're looking at visibilities under 4 miles. And for the morning commute tomorrow, I anticipate visibility under a mile, likely even a half mile or less. That's going to be the case through about 10 a.m. And then by 11 a.m. and noon, we really get rid of that fog. Visibility will be fine. And we'll even have a few peaks of sunshine, I think, for the midday hours. Kind of like what we had today. A little glimpse of the sun here and there, some cracks in the clouds. 64 at 7 a.m. by noon, 73. Then a high temperature of 75 by about 4 p.m. A south wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Morning temperatures in the 60s the rest of this week. So we're not facing that morning chill or crisp, cool air, unfortunately. It's a little more spring-like, and rain chances, well, real rain chances, pretty minimal, unfortunately.
All righty. Thank you, Adam.
In case you missed it, coming up next.
Here's today's In Case You Missed It.
It is Monday, December 5th.
San Antonio police uncovering an alleged human smuggling operation on the northwest side.
Officers responded to a home this morning in the 7,000 block of Buffalo Trail where they found several people inside.
A woman called stating that her friend called her saying that she was being held against her will.
That tip led San Antonio police to this neighborhood this morning, where officers came across suspicious activity that led them to a trailer home with 6 people inside. Investigators took 2 people into custody, including one that lived at the home. But another suspect drove away from the scene after a short chase.
Officers attempted to stop that vehicle. That vehicle evaded officers. Officers followed it. Appears that the vehicle stopped at that location and the driver fled.
San Antonio police say the people inside were all from Honduras and waiting for payments by their families. They told investigators they had been there for a few days.
A search at Canyon Lake now underway for a 22-year-old student from the University of Houston. Amir Ali was last seen over the weekend. Ali was on a camping trip with two friends, according to Comal County deputies. He went for a short walk around 9 p.m. on Friday. When he did not return, his friends went looking for him and found his phone, clothes, and AirPods by the lakeshore.
Caught on camera, scary moments in Los Angeles when a 2-year-old girl attacked by a coyote. This is from Ring video. You see the coyote run behind the SUV, watch the little girl comes out of the SUV, starts to walk up the yard, and then all of a sudden the coyote grabs her by the leg, starts to drag her down the sidewalk. Dad comes around, yells and screams. The coyote backs away. Dad is able to pick up the little girl, and then he throws a water bottle at the coyote. The girl had to go to the hospital for rabies shots. Apparently she's doing okay though.
We got a traffic backup to make you aware of here just southwest of downtown, Highway 90 at Nogalitos. We couldn't find any information about an accident there along the highway, but it seems like that may be what's happening, especially since the outside lanes there moving pretty smoothly. It's whatever's going on the inside that's certainly got traffic at a standstill.
Yeah, and a lot of drivers taking the access road to avoid this area altogether. Again, it's 90 at Nogalitos.
And the fog hasn't even developed or really settled in yet, but it's going to again later tonight, becoming foggy, damp, drizzly, and that's going to be what greets you when you look outside in the morning tomorrow. Mid-60s and humid with the reduced visibility, under a half mile, I think, at times. And then by 10, 11 a.m., it should burn off. A little bit of sunshine here and there through the afternoon should get us into the mid-70s for highs. And overall, we're looking at high temperatures in the 70-degree range. Not that graphic, computer. This graphic. Here we go.
There we go.
We had the wrong numbers on that one. All right. Working that out. Get used to the morning fog and drizzle. That'll be the case pretty much every day the rest of this week. But temperatures remaining above 70 for highs. So no strong cold front anytime, too. No real deal front yet.
No real deal. All right. Thanks, Adam. And thank you for watching the news at 6.
See you on the Night Beat at 10.